the hardened veterans of pit road, the callous ones that never watched the race, are out on the wall now, waiting to see what's going to happen between Richard Petty and David Pearson. A few years ago in July, a spectacular finish erupted between these two. Every person, to a man, has dropped what they're doing down here to watch the outcome of this 18th annual Daytona 500. The spectators and the sit-twos have suddenly become spectators now. Back to you, Bill.
Okay, that's a very good observation, Chris, because most of the time they can't see much from down there, but what they're really seeing now are two of the great knights of NASCAR racing jousting right down to the final. It really has boiled down to just that. Two cars, and there they are. They're on your screen with 5 laps to go.
And it's really only going to be in the last 3 laps, Phil, that they're going to choose where to position themselves, because they've been around this racetrack so many times, they've been rushing for the flag so many times, that they almost know which mark on the road to really stand on it and really get onto the right part of the racetrack. Remember, both of those drivers are going around this racetrack flat to the floor on the accelerator all of the time. They're never off it. So therefore, it's not a question of standing on it, it's a question of where you are on the racetrack, where to pick up the draft, and where to take it from there. And my goodness, when you've got two old foxes like they are, there's nothing much to choose from.
All right, as we look at them, we see Benny Parsons in car number 72. He's the third-place car, and he is a lap down. Then let's got to the side of Lenny Pond, who is the fourth-place car, 2 laps down, and a young fellow by the name of Neil Bonnet, car number 12. He's just a rookie, comes from Hueytown, Alabama. He could very well wind up in 5th place, and pretty good money there for a rookie.
There's not many people walking away from this speedway right now. You know, when you get to the closing laps of a motor race, normally you see the people trying to get out just before the end, before the crowd start to get out. But I haven't seen one person move from the seat so far. They want to see the show.
And what a show we have seen here today. A lot of the favorites did go out. Bobby Allison went out. Cale Yarborough went out very early. A.J. Foyt went out of the race. Darrell Waltrip, one of the young Chargers, was out of the race after making a good run at the thing. But right now, there they are, 2 men. And they've completed 197 laps. Okay, when they come by here, they will be on the 199th lap. 198 completed. So the next time around, we will have the checkered, not the checkered, the white flag before the checkered. 1 lap to go.
And it's as if a motor race was just starting all over again. The adrenaline's pumping right inside those motor cars. The driver is as excited now as he was before they asked, gentlemen, start your engine. And right now, both of them are thinking the same thing. Now, what does he choose to do? Does Richard Petty choose to lead going down the back straight on that last important lap, or does he fall back and let David Pearson do it? Does he feel confident that that car, that Dodge, will take him all the way through turns 3 and 4 without being questioned by Pearson on the draft up to the dogleg finish? That's where confidence comes in, and we'll just have to wait and see.
Johnny Bruner Sr. Has always told the drivers, white flag is out, 1 lap to go, keep your eye on the rear vision mirror. He said it's extremely important. I don't believe that you have to tell Richard Petty to keep his eyes in the rear vision mirror.
I reckon he's throwing it out the window right now. I don't think he's even interested. But there they go, and they're coming.
Everybody is standing here at the Daytona International Speedway. Look at David Pearson. He has moved closer. Can he do it?
He's going to pull out now. He's going to try for the
I
top.
don't know. He's down on the inside. He's got the lead, but there's a car ahead of him. There's a slower car ahead of him. And Richard Petty and Pearson go high. Pearson now has the lead. Petty tries to go back down on the inside. As they come out of the 4th turn, they only have about 750 yards to go. Oh! It's a main straightaway. They did hit. Petty smashes into the wall. Will he come across the start-finish line? He's going to win the race. He's going to win it spinning, as he, I believe, will take the checkered flag. No, he did not make it. He is less than 100 yards from it. Here comes Pearson. Pearson is going to try to make it across the finish line. Petty has his car going. Pearson's going to win it. Oh, Bash Randall, he wins the race.
What a finish for a motor race. I've never seen anything like that.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, because here is Richard Petty, not more than maybe 150 feet from it.
He's got it started up, and he's crossed the finishing line as well.
He did it. He beat Benny Parsons across, so he gets 2nd place.
But
Well,
he's been pushed. There may be an infringement of the regulations there. He's been pushed. So it'll be interesting to see what the officials have to say about this. But what a spectacular finish. We'll have to look at that finish again, because it really was a question of Richard Petty and David Pearson really moving in on each other there in the most spectacular manner in the last corner of the racetrack.
It looked actually like a demolition derby. It looked as if the car that kept it moving was going to win it, and that's exactly what happened.
Okay, Richard Petty in the car on the lower part there. He comes through at turn 4. It was a late, and look at the car sliding. The tire smoke's coming off, and it seems that he slid in there to David Pearson. He slides across him. Then he tries to correct, and it looks just at this moment as if he's got it corrected. David Pearson's car slams right in to the wall, very hard as you can see. Then Richard Petty starts to go loose again. The tail end is out. He overcorrects the car, and it too goes straight into that wall there. An accident that could almost be described as a motorcycle, a tank slapping accident. The car goes one way 1 minute and then another. He keeps the car spinning, hoping to get it across the finishing line. David Pearson runs into another car on pit lane as he comes across there. And you can see the car of Richard Petty, now in the centre of your picture, still coming to the infield. If he had slid for about another 100 feet, he would have managed to cross that finishing line. And there's the live picture of the smash car coming down, Bill.
All right, and Petty just leaned in David's window, and I'll bet that he probably said, David, I'm sorry, doggone it. It was my fault. I was in front of you. But what a finish to that race. And, of course, the real excitement was when both cars were down on the infield. Pearson was about, I would say, 200 feet from the finish line, maybe Petty 100 feet. Petty couldn't get his car going, but Pearson could get his going. He limped across, and he won the race.
Hey, David, what you guys are really in show business. What a finish. What actually happened up there?
Well, Chris, I drafted by him going down the backstretch, and naturally, I guess that his car got to pushing or something, and he just pushed right on up into me and naturally hit me and spun me around. And
what did he say to him? What did he say to you?
And stopped before he got across the finish line, and I cranked back up and kept going.
Well, you know, I talked with Richard. He didn't sound mad at all or upset. He just explained it much like you did. There's no hard feelings here, is there?
No, because I really don't think he meant to do it. I really don't. Because, of course, you know, he was trying to win a race just like I was. And, of course, my car was pushing, too. I was running so hard. And naturally, when I got in front of him, it pushed that much worse, so he just pushed right into me.
Okay, back to the normal victory lane interview, David. You're the first man to win a second Daytona 500 outside of Richard Petty, and our congratulations to you. Aside from the finish, can you think about what it means?
Well, it means a lot to me, Chris, because I've been trying so long to win this race, and I just could never be able to do it. And so I told him on the radio right before things started, I said, what am I going to do with this bull on my tail? Because I knew good and well he was going to stay there, but he made a mistake and passed me, and so that's what I wanted him to do.
You had a great drive. We know everybody's happy, and congratulations again. David Pearson, the winner of the 18th Annual Daytona 500, in one of the most spectacular finishes any auto race has ever had.